Okay, so my Instant Pot Ace came today. I was expecting it tomorrow. And so Tuesdays are typically my day off. So I ran to the store and got some ingredients. So this is somewhat of a review, not of the recipe, but of the Ace itself. For starters, unboxing it was fine. Everything was packaged correctly and packaged nicely. Everything was secure, nothing was damaged. This is exclusive from Walmart.com, and so I was excited and surprised to see that the package actually arrived a day earlier than expected. I took out the guide, and there are no recipes included. So I had to do a Google search, and there are not any recipes really out there for the Instant Pot Ace at this time. So there is a competitor, which this is a cheaper version of, considerably cheaper version of. So I Googled their recipes, and I quickly modified one to my taste and to some things I already had in my house. So not a review of the recipe, but just a review of how the Instant Pot Ace will cook a soup. I honestly bought it just to make smoothies. So I'll do the soup first, and we'll do a smoothie in a little bit. One thing I have noticed with food blenders or any kind of blenders where you want to put liquids and solids together, that you always want to put your liquids in first. So I have two cups that I've put together that's actually it's a bouillon base. I just use this instead of having broth. I just add water to it, so I always have it in hand. This is a half a cup of unsweetened coconut milk. So basically I'm making a carrot curry soup. Those are all my liquid ingredients. One roughly chopped onion. I'm gonna set that down for a second. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some spices in, and so they'll get pushed to the bottom and not sit on top, because I don't know how the blender is gonna work. This is salt and pepper, about a half teaspoon of each. 1/8 of a lemon peeled, and 6 carrots quartered. I cut off the ends of the carrots, but the recipe did not call for the carrots to be peeled, so I thought I'd give it a try. And then the last thing, a half a teaspoon of curry. So this is how we're going to make soup in the Instant Pot Ace. If you've seen the other videos, you've noticed this, but it's important that the lid is attached. So I don't know if you can see the edge on here. There's also an edge on this very sturdy glass lid, but we're gonna push that right down and turn it so it locks in place. If you don't have it locked in place, I'll just show you what happens. If I push on the soup button, and it'll sit there for a minute, and then it's gonna call for the lid. So there it goes. So I'm just gonna hit cancel. I'm gonna put the lid on. And when you make a soup in the Ace, you have a choice if you want it to be a chunky soup or a creamy soup. I want this to be a creamy soup. So I'm gonna push soup, but do you see how my choice is 1? If I push it again, it's 2. That's the creamier version and the blended version. So again, I'll hit the cancel. Whoops, here we go. I'll hit cancel and push soup 1 or soup 2. Now I'll let it sit, and it's gonna start the process, and we'll keep the video rolling so you can watch it begin the process. You might have noticed on the display when it first came on, that was how much time that it was going to take. So 22 minutes, which this recipe that I used from another blender company who also does a soup in the blender said that the soup really only takes about 8 minutes. So this said 22 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. And then down at the bottom, you see the temperature as it begins to rise. This is in Celsius. We are in the United States, so we'll use Fahrenheit. So that's something that I'm going to want to do, is find how to convert that back to Fahrenheit and not on Celsius. And so, like any other food product, typically 165 degrees is what you want your food to come to for doneness. But just check those temperature guides. Again, it's not a review of the recipe. It was just something that I could throw together really quick to try out the ACE. And I'll get back with you in just a little bit with the results.